Hey guys, this is Anthony Morganti. I am MrPhotographer.com. In this video, we're going to do a low-key one light setup, and I'm going to give you step-by-step instructions on how to do it. Usually when you're doing a low-key portrait, you're going to want a really dark background. Today I'm using seamless paper. It's black, of course. You could use anything that's dark. You don't need to use black paper. You could use like dark muslin. Anything that's darker. If you want to add a splash of color, that's fine too, just as long as it's dark. And to make sure that no light bounces around and reflects onto my subject where I don't want it reflected, I have these V-flats on either side. And as you can see, they're homemade. I actually just purchased some insulation at Home Depot, and I painted one side black and the other side white, and I just joined them together with some gaffer's tape, so they're pretty homemade. And I have them configured now so that the black side is in. So this light, when it goes on my subject, it won't bounce off the walls and give a weird color cast or anything like that. Now, as far as the light itself, it's a Paul C. Buff Einstein light, and I have a 30-degree grid on it to try to restrict the light so it just hits my subject on the face. I don't want that light going anywhere else but on his face. Now, to add a little more separation and a little bit more definition behind him, I just have this silver reflector. And that's only to take whatever residual light might bounce off it to just reflect it back on his head a little bit, to just give a little more separation so that he doesn't melt away into the black background. Now, as far as metering, I want to use a wide open aperture because my plan for the shot, or my vision for the shot, is that I'm going to have a relatively shallow depth of field. So I want to shoot at f/2.8. So I have this light actually powered all the way down, and I metered it so it's f/2.8 on my subject's side of his face. That's where the light's going to hit. Also, just to mix things up a little bit, most often when you see portraiture, it's straight on. You're level with the subject, and I always try to do something a little different. So I'm going to actually shoot from the top of this little step ladder and shoot down on him, and I'm going to have him look up at me just to make it look a little different. Okay, my son Joe is going to be our model today, and I'm going to do what's called short side lighting. So he's sitting right here, he's facing the light, but he's going to turn his head towards me when I'm up here on the ladder. So the light is going to hit the far side of his face, and that's called short side lighting. And actually that type of lighting is most flattering for most people. So it's kind of the go-to type of lighting you may want to use for most facial structures. So I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to get up. I have everything measured. I'm just going to make sure my light is working. And I'm going to get up to the top of the ladder. And I'm going to ask Joe to just twist his head towards me. And I'm going to shoot one vertically as well. I like to shoot both. We'll see what it looks like before I get down from the ladder. And actually it looks pretty good, and that's it. That's as easy as it is to shoot a one light setup, low key. Just again, you don't need this elaborate setup with this stands and these V-flats. Just darken the room as much as possible. One thing I should add is that if I take a photo with the light off, it's actually black. I don't get any image at all. And that's just the camera settings that I'm using. And by the way, I'll have all the gear I'm using and the camera settings in the description below this video so you could check it out. Also in the description below the video, I'll have a few more details about how I set this up. And that's really it. It's really super simple. If there's any other types of studio photo shoots you'd like me to demonstrate, leave a comment below and I'll see if I could set something up and demonstrate how it's done. If you could do me a favor, if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, if you could click that bell so you get updates when I post a new video, share and like this video, and follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is @AnthonyMorganti, and I'll have a link for that in the description below this video as well. Thanks, everyone. Talk to you soon.